Texas fans, look at this. We've actually got somebody on stage to test out some real gear tonight. This is Jared from Big Shrimp in the building. What's going on, buddy? How are you tonight?
Great, man. It's great to be Funk and Waffles, man. One of the best venues in the country. Love playing here.
We appreciate that. Jared was super excited to actually get to test out some sounds on stage, and we had a few extra minutes, so we're able to make things happen. So I'm super excited. So tell us all about this beautiful guitar that I see you playing all the time, Jared.
Absolutely. This is called the Wrench.
Ooh, I like that, the Wrench.
Yeah, custom build made by Chris Forshage down in Texas. I commissioned him in 2022, or I think I commissioned him in 2021, and I got it in 2022. It was about a 12-month turnaround, but worth every minute I waited for it. It's hard to pick up any other instrument for me for the last 2.5 years. Fully hollow guitar. Goes all the way up to 24 frets.
Awesome.
Which was a nice little. So like something on red nose when I have that little part. All the way up to the 24. So that was a cool little thing. I knew I wasn't gonna use it if I didn't write a song that had that 24th fret in it. So it helped me adjust to that. But anyway, humbucker pickups. And yeah, it's a gorgeous instrument.
It's like a 7-piece neck from back here, all flame maple and everything.
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful.
Yep. Myrtle, maple, mahogany, it's
some Spurzle locking tuners. It looks like I have some on a set of Carvin. I know the Spurzle look and everything.
And also, I should talk about these. I actually had to change these after the interview, but I just got our partner with Aurora Strings.
Ooh, nice.
So these are custom. Well, they do all their strings like in the factory in Stratford, Connecticut. So I just recently moved to Bridgeport, and I got a whole tour of the factory. It's amazing, and they do all different color strings. So like you can also get like green strings if you want, blue strings. I went for gold, and like it's very subtle, which I love.
Right.
Like you stand up close to the instrument, you can really see the gold stand out. But I love them. I just recently partnered with them only like a few weeks ago, and these shows was I think about a week ago was when I started using them, and I haven't even tonight's gonna be the first time I changed this set.
That's great.
And I'm playing all the time and whatnot, and they still sound fresh. I just like to make sure that I'm not gonna bust a string or anything on stage. So, but
standard tuning, and what gauge strings are you playing?
These are 10s.
10s, awesome.
Yeah.
Just 10 to 42, 10 to 46. Do you by chance know?
It's 10 to 46.
Awesome,
Yeah,
very
46.
cool. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
How did you find out about this luthier? It was
a lot of research. A lot of research. So I mean, it was like during COVID, during the pandemic, and like just had time on my hands, and I really wanted a custom guitar. Saved up a bunch of money, and just kind of went through a bunch of sites, and I found Chris's site, and I saw this shape.
Right.
It was a very different guitar, but I saw this shape, and I was like, chicken's ready.
Yeah, awesome.
Do you want me to get that out of
I
there?
don't know how I should not have turned that off.
I'm excited.
Yeah, you ought to turn that off. Oh, shoot. Thank you. The sound engineer helping us with that one. I appreciate that. We're live. It's what we do. It's live.
Going live.
Yeah, F it. We're going live.
How did I find Chris's? So I found this shape, and I was like,
I appreciate it.
that is a super cool looking guitar, and I asked him about it, and it was something he made for his old bandmate a long time ago, and it was also a 7-string, and it was I think I had different it might have just been single coils, and he rebuilt the guitar in my specs. This is the only one that exists. That's a 6-string and it has everything to my specs.
It's almost like violin look. It's a very beautiful looking.
Yeah, like a mandolin cutaway, and I was drawn to it immediately, and I just
You made a great choice.
Yeah.
Looks like Lumen Lay do the glow sides.
They do.
They glow in the dark.
These glow in the dark up here. Yep.
I have a few Kiesels and they do that, and especially for stage work and everything. You
Oh,
must
it's
really
great.
like that.
Yeah, like darker stages, like it helps me get around the neck.
Totally. So I see you have a pretty intricate pedal board.
Yeah.
But it's not, over the top.
No.
Soul Food, which I've used kind of like a Klon before Klons kind of became popular almost and everything. I got a Tube Screamer, Phase 90. Are there any pedals? Because you have lots and lots of different tones, from spanky clean to almost like a full-on rock distortion. Are there any pedals that you ride all the time, or is like something that you use most of the time, or is it really variety depending on song?
It is variety. Like if I'm just we're playing and we're just grooving over something, I'm just clean tone. If it's a little funky, I might throw the phaser on. But there's nothing I ride all night. Like choruses of heavy rock songs. I'll throw on the Tube Screamer. I have been liking my Soul Food lead a lot more for my lead tones. It cuts through just a lot more than my personal opinion than I think the Tube Screamer does. So I've been using the Tube Screamer more so for power chords.
Okay.
I do plenty of leads with the Tube Screamer still, but I usually would couple it with the boost.
That sounds really nice.
Yeah.
What kind of boost is that?
I was just a small little guy, pure boost. Just kicks it in without distorting my signal.
And I noticed no compressor.
No,
you playing is very, very. I was almost going to say lucid, but I don't think that's the right word to describe it. But very dynamic. I enjoy watching you play. It was one of my questions that I've written down. I enjoy watching you play because your picking style is very dynamic. How you open up your hand when you start to play fast and everything. And it looked like no compressor because of how varied you were and everything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've had compressors on my board before, and I don't know. I sometimes I think I do need to grab one, but like you said, I do try to alter my playing style a little bit to not get those super screeching sounds.
As a guitar player, I loved watching it because like I said, I like to see just a little bit of changes to get the different styles and everything.
Yeah.
So I definitely picked up on that. And representing the Fender Deluxe Reverb, the Tone Master series. Yeah, the lighter weight and everything.
Yeah, it's the best tubeless tube amp.
Everybody seems to absolutely love them once they start playing them and don't need anything else. So you're happy with it?
No, I love it. I mean, I personally. I've had conversations with other guitar players who were a bit older than me and would never really want to switch to something like this. Whereas I guess I just,
And it works.
I'm
It sounds
or
fantastic.
I appreciate the light lifting, and if I close my eyes, I can't really hear the difference.
Right.
So between tube amp, having tubes and not having tubes. It's a great emulator.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different though because something happens with this type of instrument. You don't necessarily take it to an amp technician.
Right.
Because it's kind of more of a computer in a way.
Right.
So you gotta be careful with it.
But with the tube shortage that happened a few years ago, it was almost impossible to find tubes and everything.
Yeah.
So, something like that, it saves you.
Oh yeah, and I played a Hot Rod Deluxe before I had this, and you love the natural sound of tubes.
But sometimes you can't crank up and everything like that. So with this, you can get that nice saturated tone
No,
and
it's
a lower
great,
volume.
man. It's I haven't had any problems with the amp, so
Awesome.
I've been rocking it for about a year now. So.
Fantastic. Well, dude, thank you. So, I noticed you use just a mini wah pedal, and then
Yeah, I try to keep
pedal.
it all in the same. So actually, the volume I don't use.
Cool.
I should probably take that off my board.
Oh no worries.
You actually just pointed that out to me. I used to run a MIDI with Baked Shrimp.
Oh, awesome.
That was before we had a keyboard player.
Because there was a lot of horn work on the earlier albums, and I was wondering.
Yeah, no, that wasn't through MIDI though. That was like we hired session guys.
Right,
But,
right. I didn't know if live,
but,
if you had
no,
ever produced any of that.
If you watch some of my old rig rundowns, I would walk through that system, and sometimes I still debate maybe bringing it back. Just like it's a really cool, it was a cool, unique system that basically just ran through main stage and would bring in the MIDI tones. And I had this volume pedal here on this part of my board, which typically you want to do, but because that would, if I really wanted to run just like a straight synth lead, and not have any guitar tone in it, I could just throw that down and it would just run straight synth lead.
That's
but
awesome.
it shows, I haven't really done much with the board in the last few years.
Well, I
I got rid of the MIDI, and then I figured out finally how the reverb pedal works. It took me a while. At first I was like, but so I've recently, like, if you listen to some recent jams, you'll hear like. It's like the shimmer.
Right, a little shimmer, a little flinty, yes.
So I keep that. A lot of jams I do keep that on. It just fills so much sound, so much space, and I've been loving it. Oh, the green room would be awesome. Thank you. If the green room would be possible, or thank you so much. We're doing it live.
Yeah, we're doing
I'm
it
excited for
live.
this chicken.
That's right. And last question then, the whammy pedal. I'm guessing you're not doing a Tom Morello up here on stage.
No,
what
I don't
using
really,
it
I
for?
don't use it even all that much. I have, I have used it more in the 4-piece, mainly because a lot of the clav stuff. So it's nice to have like the back and forth claviness with the wah pedal, And then you have I've never been a huge wah pedal guy.
Okay. Understandable.
But I do utilize. I have to, like, it's just one of those things that has to be on my board.
Yeah, totally.
Like I
totally.
can't not have it. But
everybody's feeling funky every once
the
in a while.
whammy I use a lot more.
That's
Actually, I haven't gotten around to it yet, but I just recently picked up a mod pedal that basically what happened here is my switcher broke off,
I see that, yes.
and I can't change the setting.
So it's...
So I just got a mod pedal. I haven't had the time yet to put it in, but
Cool.
what that does is I'm able to not just cycle through these settings. It's kind of nuts. Like it will create all these weird tones. Like I can go through them in like instances. It almost sounds like synth.
patches. You can make patches out of it, basically.
It almost will sound like a synth, because I could
nice.
arpeggiate through the changes. It's really cool. I was messing with it a little bit. And I was like, I need to sit down and learn this thing.
Right.
So
You got enough to do on stage between singing and everything like that, so you got a lot to do already. So.
next time we'll walk you through that.
That's all. Look at that. We have look forward to next time.
Yeah.
Well, dude, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
taking a few minutes to check out the gear and everything, and we'll go back to the other chat and everything like that through magic editing and everything like that. But dude, Jared, thank you so much, man. This is super cool.
Thank you, man.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
And everybody, get down tonight for Big Shrimp hanging out at Ace's Axes, and if you don't get down here tonight, next time they're here, come see them. Peace.
Gonna be in Syracuse, everybody. Give it up for Shrimp. Those guys are awesome. Thanks so much for playing, guys. Really. We're Big Shrimp. Pleasure being here with you all. From Waffles, Syracuse, New York.
One, two, three. Oh.
There you go.
Oh, that worked. Perfect. That was nice.
Yeah. I thought we were in 2/4. So.
1, 2, 3, go. Hey, what is going on, Aces Axis fans? We are at Funkin' Waffles with Big Shrimp behind me. This is Tone Zone number 14, where we sit down with the musicians and get to learn all about the gear that they use to make this awesome music, about some of the certain tones that they get behind certain songs, and just get to know them all a little bit better. This is the first interview where we were sponsored by Bucket of Bud, so I want to give a big thank you out for that. It's a cool milestone for the channel, so it is very cool. So guys, welcome. You guys are from Bridgeport, Connecticut, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Awesome. I know you guys have been to Lafayette and around here. Have you guys played Funkin' Waffles before?
Yeah, so
Kinda,
the old
yes.
band Big
Awesome.
Shrimp has
Yeah.
this is I mean, go as far as shrimp shows go. Tonight would be like I want to say at least 10 times.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's been a
Fantastic.
lot. So and
Yeah.
we love playing here, and they
Yeah.
love that they always want to have the shrimps back in town. So.
That's awesome, man. Well, welcome to the first time being on this channel and everything
Thanks,
like that.
man.
We've been
Thanks
doing
for
this
having
about
us.
4 months now, so very exciting. So we've got Jared Sachko in here with guitars and vocals, and we've got Max Parati over there on bass and vocals. So thank you guys very much for sitting down and chilling. So they have 4 albums to check out. If you guys are Spotify fans or anything like that, 2021, the Prano Tapes, Volume 1. 2021 also came out with Conscious. 2022, we've got Pork Etiquette, and 2024, Baked Shrimp. The Baked Shrimp album has a lot of really cool songs that I wanted to talk about. Weird Times, absolutely amazing vocals. The part where the skies might darken to black, the past feels like a memory not coming back. Absolutely beautiful vocals.
Thank you,
I
man.
wanted to say.
Appreciate you.
Are you the main lyricist for everything, or does everybody else contribute?
Oh, we all write our own tunes and bring them to the band. So yeah, so if it's someone's song that they wrote, they're the main lyricist.
That's awesome. Is that one that you wrote?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
very cool. I love those lyrics.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
So
it.
a song like that, you have lots of different layers and everything like that. Very clean, and then there's the solo that starts at about 3 minutes where there's a ginormous bass drop. It almost sounds like
Yeah.
you're going, almost sounds like an envelope filter while doing a wah and everything like that. Describe how that moment of the song came to be, because I want to say it's probably the biggest sounding moment possibly on the albums. What made you decide, like, let's go bass drop and everything like that?
A lot of my like I have a lot of fun with composing music, you know. And
Yeah, you write a lot of songs.
A lot
it
of
looks like,
I mean, a lot of times I'll start a song with like I'm trying to remember back to when I wrote Weird Times. It was during COVID.
Oh, okay.
But I'm trying to remember the exact moment when I decided to come up with that part.
Right.
But a lot of songs like that are super complex, you know, will not start out supposed to be that way.
Is it in the studio where you'll kind of
No.
discover it, or is it jamming and then it's...
Yeah, never in the studio.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's always beforehand, yeah, it's just probably one of those things where I was like, well, this would be cool. I don't, you know,
Yeah.
or maybe it could have been something where I use a lot of voice memos on my phone, so it could have been something where I just like found that from an old voice memo and
Right.
plugged it in.
Well, it's very
you know,
cool. I mean,
so-
it stands out completely and everything. Do you by chance know, are you using, it sounds like almost an envelope filter and an auto wide. Do you by chance know what you
that's
were using for the
probably-
solo?
Are you talking about? I think you're talking about the boop, 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 or it's like the beginning of the guitar solo.
Yeah, like the
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I kind of do remember. Oh, this was on the last album.
Yeah, I apologize for putting you on the spot.
No, you're good.
And if you wrote it during COVID, it's been a long time now, so.
I might have used some combination of my whammy and like maybe a slow speed on the phaser.
Cool.
Could have been something like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I love how you guys, like the album like that, has a lot of different layers to it. There's songs like Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em, which almost sounds like a funk mixed with a song by like a folk band or something like that. Did you write that one also?
No, that was Jagger. Yeah.
Cool. When you guys are playing live, going from like one song to another like that, do you try to keep a set with a normal feeling, or when you're playing live, are you like, hey, let's kind of keep it scattered like how you do on the CD?
It depends on where we're playing or the nature of the show. If it's like our show, we're doing 2 sets. Like,
do you write set list down, or
Yeah.
is it on the spur of the moment?
it's both. I mean, we have our set list, and we'll call audibles depending on time constraints or what we're feeling in the moment. But every set list is just I'm very like I associate like places with songs for
Cool.
some reason.
No, that's great.
So like, we're just in a random, whatever city, and like it makes me think of a certain song for some reason. I'll plug it into the set list, and it would be thought of like months in advance.
Right.
Like this is like it's just a weird kind of thing.
No, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Those are the kind of fun things that I like to figure out, because every musician's different, and obviously you got some bands who have a lighting guy with them, and everything is completely pre-programmed to that, like Meshuggah, who's like a technical death metal, and their lighting guy is almost a part of the band because it's so syncopated with the lights matching up and stuff. So.
Right.
And then you've got a song after that that's later in the album that you had on the first album also called Superhuman Mutant, which almost sounds like a rockabilly song in some points with some of the horn syncopation and everything like that. Is that a song that you wrote by chance?
Yeah.
Awesome. So are you into rockabilly music at all, or am I just
Nothing
hearing...
super crazy. I mean, like a lot. Like
It's a really
like
fun song.
listening
It
to
almost
all
sounds
genres.
like a comic book song from the 50s or something like that.
Right.
Like that kind of like pop culture 50s kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, no, I like to mess around with all genres, and like you could probably pick almost just about any genre and dig up a tune of mine that kind of resembles that. I'm a big Ween fan,
Oh,
so
awesome.
like a lot of that comes out. I take a lot of influence from Ween in the sense of a lot of my songs can be on a completely different band's album. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, that was one of my
Yeah.
questions. Who, if you had a main songwriting influence, because some of the songs are serious, some are more playful and everything like that. It's kind of like life and everything. So I appreciate it. It's not like Tool where it's like every song's gonna kind of be depressing, everything's gonna be a little bit, serious. I enjoy how you kind of throw everything at it. So it's very
Yeah,
cool. And then the last song that I wanted to talk about off of that album, while we have you on the couch, is Soon You Will Learn, because it's almost like, I don't want to say a normal rock song, but it's a little bit more of a, verse, chorus. Is that one that you wrote also?
Yeah.
Awesome. Is it harder to write? I don't want to say a normal song because I don't want to be offensive, but is it harder to write something like that that's a little bit more verse, chorus, bridge than something that's a little bit more abstract?
Yeah, even that has an outro on it. Like,
True. The outro builds
Yeah.
and everything, so it almost has the live feel to the outro. But is something like that harder to write than something that's a little bit more obscure, or?
I mean, not overthinking things, like what do you think, Max? Is it harder to write like a straightforward tune like that, or something like a Nuclear Fruit that has a lot of consonants?
Absolutely. It is so much harder to adhere to the form of verse, chorus, bridge,
It really is.
chorus, verse, rather than just, at least for me, when I'm writing, it's a lot of, sometimes it comes out like that, where it's
Right.
verse, chorus, and then it's like, what goes after this chorus? Another verse.
Right.
But sometimes, like, the fact that you have to have a verse and a chorus, and then you have a verse, chorus, you're like, great, fuck, I need a bridge.
Right.
And then it's like, I don't know what to do here. So you trap yourself into these rabbit holes of, like, I need to adhere to this certain formula to have a legitimate song.
Right.
But no, you just do whatever.
But I think it shows that you guys are good songwriters, that you can write something a little bit more normal along with something a little more obscure and everything like that. So I just wanted to say, big ups to you guys and everything
Thanks,
like that.
man.
So it's nice to be able to have something for fans of music that are a little bit more normal, where if you're like, hey, check this song out, and then they can dive deeper and everything like that. So I really appreciate that. So,
Oh yeah.
I also love your guys' love of community. This channel is kind of all about bringing together musicians, and obviously with my sponsorship, bringing fans together and everything like that. You guys sponsor an actual festival, LonCon down in Lemoyne and everything like that. You guys have done that for a few years, correct?
Oh, we've done two
Two of 'em.
in total.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So,
Yeah.
I mean, just to say you're even a part of something like that is huge, but to say you actually kind of were, because you were a part of creating it and everything, correct?
Yeah, LonCon is a shrimp curated event.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. And just to show the love of a family friend and everything like that, like it means a lot to me, and I don't even know the person. So, how exactly did you go about creating something like that? Because I'm guessing it was more than just like, oh, I have an idea and you just put it to fruition. Was there a lot of pieces to put into play, or was it easier than I'm thinking?
No, I mean, planning a festival is no easy task.
Right.
This past year, we did it at Wonderland Forest.
Yeah, beautiful looking
Lafayette.
place. I saw a lot of
Yeah,
pictures.
and you always like kind of just like, plan for a while. So like you can't really imagine being there until you're there.
Yeah.
So I got up there pretty early. I was up there for like a full week. Getting things ready for the people to show up and various things. But like, it's a different animal. Throwing an event to that. We did it in 2021, like smaller scale, at Arrowhead Ranch. But we went a little bit heavier on artists. We had like 150 individual artists, not like 150 bands. But
Right, but
that's a lot.
that
So
is
like
a lot,
that
man.
adds a lot of factors to it, because you have the already amount of people that are fans and coming, and now you got to account for 150 artists arriving on site,
Right.
and making sure they're all taken care of, and some of them are camping, and
Yeah, that's why
so,
I said like it's
Yeah.
it's a huge like I mean, you should be extremely proud to say like you helped put something like that together. Like that is a huge
Yeah, and
task.
it was I mean, super special, like that. All the artists, a lot of them are really, a lot of us are friends, and so like we had, like after all the music was over, like we would all go down to the bunkhouse to jam, and like it made like really a cool artist community. It was almost like an artist retreat for a lot of people.
Yeah, I saw our
Yeah.
homies in Sophistafunk.
Yeah, I love Sophistafunk.
We're
Right
there
on.
and everything like
Yeah.
that. So that is awesome. So I wanted to ask a little bit about the Tank Sessions, because that is the newest, I want to say, release that you guys have. There were 4 tracks. Those songs I didn't see on any of the albums. Are those, I want to say, like the newest songs that you guys have written?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The-
awesome.
Yeah, they're all Big Shrimp songs, or the other ones were all
Cool,
Big Shrimp
cool.
songs.
I
Yeah.
absolutely love Rex. I want to say I think it's my favorite song about a snail to date. So very,
I told you.
Yeah. Did
Max-
you write Rex?
No, I didn't. He wrote Rex,
Oh,
and
yeah,
he's
it's
like,
a great
"Oh, this
song."
song
Max is a Rex.
sucks. I hate this song. We're
Of course
not
it
playing
sucks.
it." And I
He
was
called
like,
me out
"No,
of LonCon.
Jared."
He called me out of
I
LonCon
did.
on stage.
Oh,
Very
really?
publicly.
Oh, no.
Yeah, very proudly.
No, but I absolutely love that. So tell me a little bit about the process for that. It's in your guys' hometown and everything, right?
In our home.
Yeah.
It's in our living room.
Shit,
Yeah.
wow.
Don't
So,
tell our landlords.
is that
Yeah, oh, shit.
are you guys doing that for other bands, or are you guys the only ones that have done that then? Because
In this living room, to my knowledge, yes, we're
That's
the
I
only.
mean, maybe there was someone there living before us
I
that
don't know.
did the same exact
Right.
thing.
Cool. I didn't know. We had a band, War Park, from Philly, and they had done a similar thing, and it was a full series that they had traveling bands do and stuff like that. So
Nice.
Oh,
I
nice.
Right
didn't
on.
know if it was
Cool.
the same similar thing or not. So
Bands, hit us up. We got you.
yeah, that would be cool. I mean, it sounded really good, and that would be a dope thing for touring bands to be able to come through and do a couple songs like that and everything. Your solos, very, very melodic. Do you have a guitar player when you're, writing solos and everything like that you try to emulate with your melodicness? Because it's very hummy. You can hum along to a lot of your solos. They're not just shreddy going off and everything like that.
I try to build themes the best I can,
You do a very, very good job of it.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
I try to focus a lot on tension and release and don't give them what they want right away.
Right.
You know, build it. I don't write any solos. The only solo I think I actually ever wrote before for an album was the Maverick on the last album. That's the only one I can think of, unless if it's like a composed part. Bird might have had a composed solo as well.
But do you play keyboards then or anything? Because, like I said, your solos are extremely melodic for coming up on the spot. So
I mean, I can play keyboards.
Right.
But
you're just a talented dude then, basically.
I have a decent ear and try to think of ways, like I said, to build themes and.
Are you into George Benson at all? You know the guitar player George Benson?
Yeah, I not like a super, but
But just with being a nice vocalist and everything, I didn't know if that was, so very cool. What else do I have? Because we had already asked the gear questions on stage, so I'm kind of working a little backwards here. Max, while I have here, I can talk about your gear really quick. You play is it a 5-string or a 6-string?
6-string
6-string LTD. Awesome.
I've been going between 6 and 5 for a while.
You've been 5.5 or so.
5.5.
That'd be
yeah,
dope.
right.
That'd be dope.
I like. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just gonna say, do you use the high C a lot when you're playing the 6-string, or?
Not as much as you'd think.
No.
It's nice to have it for when the time comes, but it's not really my job.
Understandable.
So
and we were saying you have a huge bass pedal board, unfortunately out of commission and everything like that. So without having that and having to focus more on just a tone, will you be moving tone knob, volume knob up, or just?
I never ever touch the knobs. The
Awesome.
knobs always stay flat. I like to move my hand around to get
very
different.
cool.
When I was, a lot of the instructors that I've had over the years were huge on like hand position, and if you put your hand closer to the neck and like tilt it this way, you'll get a certain sound.
Right.
And then you get a sound if you pluck it all the way over here.
Right.
And to be honest, it's nice a lot of the times to not have pedals because you're like, oh, I don't have to worry about all this shit. I could just play the music.
No,
it's nice.
I totally agree. I play a lot of technical death metal, and it's like I pretty much just need an overdrive pedal and just let it go. I don't really need much else.
A wise man once told me the less bullshit you have between your guitar and your amp, the better.
Nice, I like that. Les Claypool is a huge example of, for everybody out there, where he's always moving his hands up and down the bass to get a lot of different tones and everything like that. So, who are some of your bass influences?
That is a crazy question. Like, I really started like getting into music when I was like 17, and
a little late in the game.
Yeah, a little bit.
Late in the game.
And I first got because I listened to what all my friends listened to, and I ended up listening to a lot of like Fish and the Dead, which I love. So I started on that kind of stuff. I went to school, and I never really got that big into the whole jazz thing.
Understandable.
People like Joe Dart was like that. That was what everybody listened to. Was Wolfpack and stuff like that.
Right.
Eventually, like Victor Wooten, I followed his stuff for a long time, and he's crazy. I could recall a lot of times like sitting in my apartment just watching videos, just because there's no tabs for that, or there's no sheet music for that.
And
there's no resources.
And the natural harmonic stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's like you're either on or off with that. Like you said, there's no like tablature to be like, how do you two-hand tap a natural harmonic? And that dude is awesome.
There was a lot of stuff that just watching the videos, like looking at his hands, like what's he doing? Trying to figure it out that way. No, he's great. Recently, I actually met John Ferrara for the first time at Stella Blues. I sat in with Jared, and before I joined Big Shrimp, or was it after? I don't remember. He's crazy.
Yeah.
He's insane. I don't know. I guess that was I guess that's it.
No, that totally works. Well, thank you guys.
Shout out John Ferrara, by the way. Love John.
Well, guys, what is the best way to keep up on everything shrimp related? Instagram,
Yeah.
YouTube, because you guys have a YouTube channel and
Yep,
everything.
everything's Big Shrimp Music.
Awesome, Big Shrimp Music.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you are not here tonight, make sure you follow them on all the channels and everything like that, so you can see when they come around next time. So we can have you in the audience and everything like that. Jared, thank you so much for sitting down and talking with me.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so
man.
much for sitting down. Aces, Axis fans, Funk and Waffles, Bucket of Buds, wanted to thank you all for everything. Peace out. Cool.
That was
Thank
fun,
you,
man.
guys.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm thinking 6 more I can swing tonight. 7 days behind me.